Hello friends, you are welcome to Nunia's English classes. Friends, today world is facing a very hideous situation. We are all facing a very tough time because of coronavirus. So today I am here to share with you specific vocabulary which is based on this topic, that is COVID-19. So let's begin with the vocabulary. COVID-19, what is this COVID-19 stand for? Actually this word is that combination of three words. First one is CO, that stands for corona itself. Corona, VI stands for virus, and D stands for disease. So the disease which is caused by coronavirus. Now 19 stands for 2019, as coronavirus broke out. The disease because of coronavirus broke out in Wuhan, China in December 2019. That's why it's given the name of COVID-19. Now, there are other words which are related to this disease which are frequently being read in newspapers or being heard on electronic media, TV and all. So, the first word we pick up is pandemic. It is frequently used by the people also. COVID-19 is a pandemic. Pandemic, what is pandemic? Pandemic is actually a disease which breaks out and spreads uncontrollably across the country or across the world. Such type of the disease is known as pandemic. It's not first time that the world is facing this tough time. We have already faced equal, you can say, the dark phase of the life when plague broke out and it killed innumerable people across the world, which is known as Black Death. It used to be known those days as Black Death. So the same way nowadays this is COVID-19 and it is a pandemic. The related word is, next related word is epidemic. Epidemic, again, it's a disease which spreads at a very large area, but it doesn't cover the whole country or the whole world. It may cover certain part of the country, it may cover the district or maybe some state, but it can be controlled within those boundaries. It is more limited than pandemic in nature. So that is epidemic. Coming next is breakout. Breakout actually is a phrase and it is used especially for those events and things which start suddenly and they start spreading uncontrollably. It can be anything. It can be a disease like COVID-19 nowadays, or it can be even fire. Sometimes we know that when fire triggers and then it becomes uncontrollably wild. So we say that the fire broke out. So breakout means to start suddenly and then spread at a very fast rate and speed. That is breaking out. Another word. Next one is a very new word. Even I knew this word for the first time after this coronavirus attack. That is quarantine. Quarantine, actually the word comes from Vietnamese language and the word it stems out from is quarantena. In place of INE, the basic word is TENA, quarantina. And quarantina's basic meaning is 40 days. In the language of Venetiana language, the meaning of quarantina is 40 days, the group of 40 days. So over here, quarantine means a span of time for which we have to keep ourselves into isolation. That period is termed as quarantine, and this word is having its own biblical references also. It is said, it is written even in Bible that Jesus Christ also, when a disease spread out across the country, Jesus Christ went into forest and remained over there for 40 days, and that phase of fasting and keeping himself aloof from the society, away from the society, was also termed as quarantine. So quarantine means keeping oneself in isolation till the situation is normal. This is the meaning of the word in the modern context and the today's context. Next one is social distancing, which is another form of quarantine itself. It is social distancing. We know we stop meeting with the people when some infectious or some contagious disease is at spread. So we disconnect ourselves from the society and remain inside the houses. That is social distancing, which is very frequently used even by our respected Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji, as well as newspapers and media. Everything speaks a lot about social distancing, which we have to take care about, obviously. Next word, again the synonym to these two phrases is isolation, and there is a little bit difference between quarantine as well as this isolation. When we use the word medical isolation, quarantine is self-imposed discipline when we disconnect ourselves willingly from the society and keep away when some contagious and infectious disease is on spread. But medical isolation means the person over here in quarantine and social distancing, the case is not proved to be infected. But in medical isolation, through tests, it is proved that the person is infected. This is a little difference between isolation as well as quarantine and social distancing. But the word becomes medical isolation. Next one is sanitization. It is very common word. And if we know that there is no vaccine so far for corona, only few steps are there which if we use we can fight against the coronavirus. Otherwise, obviously, we'll lose this battle and war. Sanitization is one of those steps and one of those methods in which we keep washing our hands through sanitizers. Some alcoholic substances are there, or some soaps are there, some shampoo type of the things are there, which always clean our hands in a very proper way. So that process is known as sanitization, keeping our hands especially and the whole body free from the germs. The process of keeping free from germ is known as sanitization. And the last word for today's video is lockdown. As recently 21-day lockdown has been announced by our respected Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi ji. So lockdown, we know, official order to ask people to remain inside the house. It is a type of curfew. During curfew, people are not allowed to leave their homes and houses. The same way, lockdown means the people will remain inside the houses until unless it's very important to come out and procure some substantial things. So that is known as lockdown. This is very popular and people know the meaning also. So friends, these were 7-8 words which were very important, I thought, and they should be shared often, that you got the meaning and you will understand and use in your personal life also with a better confidence. But now one appeal again, that there is no vaccine, as it is very evident through the media and everybody across the world there is no vaccine, friends. So it's again a handful request to all of you, please keep yourself safe, follow the social distancing, quarantine yourself, take yourself into isolation, and always whenever you go out, if need be, if you come out of the homes, always use masks. Try to avoid shaking hands with the people and always go for folding hands and wishing them pranam and all. And whenever you go out and touch anything, don't forget to wash your hand with Dettol or any other sanitizers. So with these words, let me just wind up today's video. Thank you so much and hope that you are healthy. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you so much.